Hello and welcome to the Real Esteem Podcast. This is the Parenting on Fridays edition, March 27th, 2020. Today we're going to talk about teaching your children. Stay tuned. With 52 million or so kids being sent home because of the COVID-19 virus that we're dealing with in this country, it's amazing how, for the first time, all of these children are at home to be taught from home, whether they're in public or private school, whether they're in college. They all have been sent home, and their training either is coming online or in some fashion of maybe video teaching, whatever the vehicle that's being used to conduct education. Now is the time where the parents need to even get more involved in the teaching and training of their kids, because they actually see or can see what's really going on, and their kids don't have any outside influences at the moment outside of what comes through their PC. So it's a very interesting situation. So today we want to just deal with this for a moment about teaching your children. What should I teach my children? Why should I teach my children these things? What's going to be most important and effective for their future? How do you determine which child picks up quicker than others on certain topics? Certain subjects may be difficult for some kids to deal with at certain ages. It's just a whole litany of things that you have to kind of take into consideration when you're talking about training up your children in the way that they should go. And when they are older, they will not depart from it. So in Psalms 127:3, it says, "Behold, children are a heritage from the Lord. The fruit of a womb is a reward." You must treat your kids like they are the most valuable, almost the most valuable thing to you on earth. Yes, they are a human being. Yes, they are a little person. Yes, they are yours. But they're also God's child, and you have been given the responsibility and stewardship over their lives. And God wants you to train them. To God, He's telling you they are a heritage from Him. He gave them to you so that He could reward you with the ability to love a child. And it's pretty amazing, because children at a very young age, when they're really small, they really think about themselves quite a bit. And they don't have a choice when they're unable to care for themselves. But as they get a little older, you see how mindful they are of themselves and the things that they want, as opposed to what you're trying to give them or what they actually need. So it's just a very interesting concept, because when we really look at adults today, some of them have the same situation. Adolescents, they have not grown up to the point to where they think it's about other people, whereas they should, and they should love and respect and help and be a support system for someone else also, not just seeking their own ideas or ideals. So they're a heritage from the Lord. He gave them to us as a gift. He loved us enough to give us stewardship over these beautiful children that we have. Deuteronomy 6:7 says, "You shall teach them diligently to your children," talking about the law, "and you shall talk of them when you sit down in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise." In other words, all the time, you should be trying your best to instill in your children godly structure, give them understanding and wisdom about the Bible and what it says, why it is saying some of these things. Some of these things you have to go to God to get details or commentary, if you will, to help you decipher what really is necessary, so that you can pass it on to your kids. For you to learn and study and grow in so many different ways as far as your spiritual walk is concerned, and not be able to pass that on to your children, that is like a travesty. It's amazing how many people I see, and it's even difficult in my own home to see that my wife and I have studied and learned so much, but then it's amazing when we see our kids repeat back stuff to us that we've not even taught. They've just overheard through our conversations, and the things that we have taught them, they have retained that information. It's an amazing thing. And it's amazing when we realize that they didn't get it, and we know we have a little more work to do. So as a parent, you have to remember teaching your kids is so important. Isaiah 54:13 says, all your children shall be taught by the Lord, and great shall be the peace of your children. That's what we really want. We want our kids to grow up and be better than us. We want them to catch on a little quicker than we did. We want them to have a better life, to be more focused, to gain what they should in their life, and to complete whatever God desires for them to do. We don't want to hinder them in any way or hold them back. We want to push them forward and give them over to the Lord, kind of like Hannah gave Samuel over to the Lord. It's just so important that we remember God wants to teach your children, but he wants to teach you and then teach them through you. So give him that opportunity. I hope you got something out of this today. Be blessed, grace and peace.